Hello everyone, welcome. Just a super tiny introduction before I start the solo. Please do not skip this introduction, otherwise you might say some massive bullshit in the comment section. So first of all, I will do this entire video and this cover in one take, because I'm a bit sick of people doing 200 versions and showing you the best one, and then you believe that this is how they play all the time. I will do one take, and if I do mistakes, I will keep them in the video, because that will bring me a bit more stress and it will be a bit closer to what it is to actually play in front of a crowd. Because there's a lot of people who are doing perfect covers on YouTube and then they play in front of a crowd and they cannot play anything because they have too much stress. So I'll do it in one take. Also, I spent just a bit more than 10 hours on this solo, so I will not play it as well as some people who have been learning this solo, who have been playing this solo for literally more than 10 years. Okay. I'll not play it like Marty Friedman for several reasons. First reason is that I'm not Marty Friedman. Second reason, I am myself and I will have some fun with this solo. That's what it is about, having some fun with music. What I'm going to do is I'll do a regular version of the solo, then I will attempt to do a blindfolded version of the solo, then I will do a 125% speed version of the solo, and then a 150% version of the solo, and then I will talk a bit more about the solo, about some sections that Marty Friedman, where Marty Friedman is not really playing it like he was on the record. And after that, I will give you some tips to learn this guitar solo. I think I'm ready. I'm already a bit stressed, as you can hear from my voice, which is closer to the real deal when you're playing in front of a crowd. And let's go with the fucking amazing guitar solo. Done. So yeah, I did some mistakes. I did some things that I was expecting to do a bit better, but that's life. Now I'm going to attempt to do a blindfolded version, but I will not actually use a blindfold, because if I do it amazingly well, people will say that I've cheated, because when you're wearing a blindfold, you can still see a little bit. Like if I put my hand like this, I can still see a little bit behind the blindfold and watch where you're playing. So what I will do is I will just close my eyes. That's it. Maybe it will be a total fail. Maybe if I fail in the first 5 seconds, I will restart. But let's try. Failed. The most difficult thing is to hit the first note correctly. But it's cheating if I start here, so I need to start. think with a bit more practice, I would be able to do it perfectly well, maybe. I don't know. Let's do 125% speed, not blindfolded. Okay. Here we go. That section is just impossible to do faster. It's just not doable. I'll do something else for the 150%. Let's go. Just for fun. Okay, obviously it will not be amazing, but let's see if I can catch up. Done. Again. So a few people told me that I cannot play guitar because on other videos. So I'm not saying I'm a god or I'm an exceptional guitarist. Okay, it's not what I'm saying, but I think I can play guitar. Like doing this after 10 hours spent on this solo, which is one of the most known as one of the most difficult solos. I think I'm decent, So feel free in the comment section. Feel free to tell me in the comment section if you think I absolutely suck and I should give up playing guitar. Also, time to subscribe, time to hit the notification bell, time to give a like, okay, and time to give a comment. That I would really appreciate that. I do not have 10 million subscribers, so I appreciate the support. Now I'm going to talk about the solo. The first section that I want to talk about is this one. So that's what I'm doing. What most people are doing is this. I'm doing another slide, which is the same thing, is the same notes, but it's just a different way of playing it. Me, I took a version that is on songster.com, which is a website where you have tabs, and this is what was written in it. So I followed that. But Marty Friedman, I watched some videos of him playing the song. I watched the most recent one on that he played at Wacken with Megadeth. And he's not doing that. What he's doing seems to be this. Instead of... That's what I'm doing. That's what I think he's doing. And I think he's doing like something like this and then getting to this section. So here's the thing. Marty Friedman might not be playing the same thing that is on the record, you know. So stop saying to people on YouTube, "Oh, you're not playing it like Marty Friedman." It's like Marty Friedman himself is not playing it like it is on the record. So give up, you know. Stop annoying people with stupid things. Like, just let people have some fun with the solo. Second section I want to talk about is the chaotic section. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, what I was supposed to do. This, you have like this big band, and then you have so this is what I learned, but I know this is wrong. This is what is written in the tabs that I looked and I learned it. And then recently I discovered that it was wrong, but I'm too lazy to learn again the correct things. I'm like, fuck it. Still sounds good. Still sounds nice, you know. But yeah, that's it. What Marty Friedman is doing right now, it's really simple. He's doing this. And then he removed all the difficult stuff. You know? So you cannot say to people on YouTube, "Oh, you're not playing it like Marty Friedman." Like, Marty Friedman removed all the difficult stuff because he's mature enough right now to understand that this difficult stuff is way too difficult to play live, and there's way too many opportunities to fuck up this solo. And so he preferred to just replace it with a massive band that he can do easily, and that has the same, it still sounds cool, you know. So that's it. Stop being super picky about, "Oh, you're not playing it like perfectly like him." Like, it's just stupid. Like, I've seen people, Megadeth fans, criticizing Kiku. I do not remember. Kiko Loureiro, the ex-guitarist, saying that he wasn't playing a riff perfectly well. It's like, he's the fucking guitarist of Megadeth. Just shut the fuck up, you know. He's in the band. You are not in the band. so shut up, okay? It's like, it's insane that Megadeth fans are criticizing Megadeth guitarist and saying, "Oh, you're not really playing it like our guitar god, so you're not good. You shouldn't be there." No, it's just stupid. Anyway, so yeah, Marty Friedman is like playing something different every time. So there's some people who have done perfectly accurate versions of this solo on YouTube, and that's great. That's amazing. But let people have some fun, you know. Also, right now, some tips to play this solo. First tip: if the first 50% of the solo seems too difficult to you, give up. You need to give up, okay? Go learn something easier and then come back to this solo later in a few months or in a few years, because there is something that it is a difficult solo, okay? So if the beginning sounds really difficult, it's not for now. Now the first really difficult section, that was for me really difficult, is this one. That section took me a while because it's really not the kind of shapes that I'm used to play. And that was really difficult. So it's really simple to learn this kind of thing. You just learn it really, really slow, and then you repeat it over and over again, and then muscle memory will do the work. But just decompose it into several smaller sections. Just start with, and then just repeat it over and over again, and you will manage to do it. There's two ways of playing this. You can do alternate picking, which is, or you can do sweep picking, or you can do a mix of both. You know, if you do sweep picking, it will be like down, up, and then sweep. and then slide, pull off, sweep, and then sweep again. So it's like, my fingers are really cold now. So yeah, mistakes happen. But anyway, you have the idea. So choose the way you like the most. Second section I will talk about is this section. That's a quite fast section. There's also several ways of playing that. What most people are doing is that they're doing some kind of sweep picking. They're doing like which is much, you will have a really relaxed right hand. But personally, I prefer to just go for it and pick every note. Because it's fun. But you can also do tapping if you want, which is the easier version. So, like, it's much easier, If this section is way too difficult for you, just do this and have some fun. To learn this section, if you want to play it like me, if you want to pick every single note, there's a few things you need to know. First, you need a fresh guitar pick with a really pointy head, because used guitar picks, they have they're not really pointy, and pointy means precision, and that's really cool. So you need a fresh guitar pick. I'm not sponsored, but if you want, the Hetfield, Hetfield guitar picks, White Fang from James Hetfield. They are really, really cool because there is a lot of grip on it, so they do not slide from your fingers. I really like them, and I think those ones are like 1.14 or something like this millimeters. They're quite rigid. I like it. And so yeah, you need a fresh pick. Second thing, you need a really relaxed right hand if you want to pick really, really fast. Okay, if you have a lot of tension in your hand, it will not work. You also need to breathe when you're playing fast. There's a lot of beginners, when you see them playing fast, like a beginner, he will play like this. And the problem is that you will feel a lot of tension in your forearm because you do not have a relaxed right hand and you're not breathing. If you breathe and you have a relaxed right hand, you can play like that for like 1 minute easily. You will not feel any tension in your forearm. So yeah, if you feel pain in your forearms when you're playing, it's because you're not breathing properly. So when you play, I will exaggerate on now, but you'll do like you need to take big breath, You need to breathe. Tips to play this section, to learn this section, just remove this note in the beginning. Like, do not use that note. Just do it's much easier. Also, when you put your finger on this fret, put it at the end of the fret, not at the beginning of the fret, because you will have to do this big stretch at some point. And if you start in the beginning of the fret, if you do not have really long fingers, I have quite long fingers, so I'm fine. But if you do not have really long fingers, it will be really difficult for you to reach that fret. So put your finger at the end of the fret. And then, if you want to learn this section, just start really slowly. Then you increase the speed, and then when you're done with that, you add this note. and that will be good. Also, problem that most people are doing when they are doing this, you will see that this finger, when I release the note, it comes back really far away from the string, you know? I'm doing like, which is not a good idea when you're playing really, really fast, because your finger is really far away from the next note that you will hit really soon. So you need to do like, instead of doing, keep your finger close to the fret, you know, do like, instead of, you know, so keep your fingers close to the notes. It's much easier. And I think that's it for this section. Next section, the chaotic section. Well, it's really, really difficult. There's a lot of notes, regardless of which version you are doing, the correct one or my version. It's the same thing. There's a lot of notes. It goes really, really fast, and it's not really intuitive things. So it's really simple. You need to divide this section in a lot of really, really, really small sections. So just go note by note, not by notes, but like 4 or 5 notes, you know, like, no, even shorter. And just repeat it and repeat it over again. And then once you can do it at slow pace, do it faster. And then you learn the next section. Then you learn them, you play them together. Then faster. And then you do the next thing. Okay, and you do that for the entire section. Just divide the solo into this section into a lot of really, really small sections. And that's basically it. You know, for this section, and basically, if you do random shit, most people will not notice it. You know? So yeah, just know like the first few notes and the last note, and if you do want to do random things between those notes, it's totally fine. Like try. It works, you know. No need to be 100% accurate and do exactly note for note. Just do what you can, what you like, and have some fun. That's about it. That's my short lesson. Now to end this, I will do another cover at some point. When this video will be published, you will have in the community section on my profile a question. I will ask you which solos or which songs I should learn next. I will listen to all of your ideas, and then after that, a few days later, I will pick my 5 favorite ones, or 5 ones that I think are interesting, and I will do a poll on my community tab, and will let you decide what is the next cover. So that's it. No Serrana by Jason Baker. I tried this one a few months ago. It's not for now. Okay. I'm not Jason Richardson. Okay. It's not for now. So something still doable. Anyway, subscribe. You know the drill, you know, all the stuff. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me, not in real life, And that's about it. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you soon. Bye.